Hello, we're back. Howdy. Um, I'm glad that the little Johann scatting is living in people's heads. Tarantantan, parapapapapam, balls. Um, I like calligraphy, and calligraphing absolutely sounds like an evolved form. I like that's working in ink. Um, Trying to make a word randomizer in Scratch. Oh, interesting. Seems like randomness is a kind of tough thing in that from some of the other stuff you've shown. Um, like, I think there's sort of like two major styles of Pokemon names where it's sort of Kiki Booba experiment, right? Where it's like Pokemon either sound sort of like sharp and staccato or like a little bit longer. And Johann, I think, is very different from. Johann is definitely one of those like bigger, slower sounding things. But a lot of the other words like ink and like the ill from calligraphy and cur from curiosity, those are all really good like abbreviated ones that are sort of like hit. So yeah, it's really tough. I tried coming up with a few combinations, none that I think I'll bring to the brainstorm because there are sometimes bad ideas. You can get random numbers, but it's much harder for non-numbers. Have a random number block. Okay. And you can't just like map that of like numbers get translated to letters. How does one operate a loogie board? Simple, generate numbers 1 through 24 and make them letters. Wait, what are the two numbers what are the two letters we leave out of the English alphabet? Yeah, so Outer Wilds, where we left off, I think the two main things we're looking at, we definitely are exploring the twins a bit more. X-Pinks? Is that an actual word? That does not seem correct. Intertame, yes. Intercalm, intertame. Intercalm. Okay. It sure isn't okay. Well, there are certainly some weird things, so I could see that being like some weird like conlang, and then it becomes like a loan word because enough nerds use it or something. I say as if I am myself not one of said nerds. Yeah, so I think our main things are either trying to get onto the interloper when we can try and get onto the interloper as it gets close to the sun, because I think we figured out how to get down below the surface. We were just having some struggles. Or we can keep trying to work on Dark Bramble. We just need to be quiet. Oh, the new chill song? Maybe it might interfere. I do like to keep the music on for Outer Wilds because it is very good and chill, but that at the same time, chill could be good. So, if you want to send that, sure, we can take a listen and, hey, maybe I should pay attention to what I'm doing and not crash. Oh! Bow before the might of Johann, managing to not crash there. Like, yes, not the best piloting you've seen, but I still say that was pretty darn impressive that I managed to not blow up. Johann cracked. Yo! But yeah, send that and we can see if we can, at the very least, we can give it a listen. We might not loop it, though. Otter wins. Mid-Cobalt. Mid-Cobalt. What's Cobalt? I know Cobalt is usually like a sort of blue. Ooh, we've almost got a planetary alignment going on. Lovely little sounds. Okay. So, called Chill Song 1. Nice. Purple but tame. Oh, that sounds very nice. Is that? It's got to be the interloper, right? Yes, okay. Phew! It's like, what the hell is that? In Discord? Awesome. When we've got a good moment, I will give that a shot. I wanna Dark Bramble. So I was going to be able to live with Windows for a little bit, but straight up impossible to make the workflow that you're used to for the GZ Doom game that you're working on work with it. Dun dun dun. Yeah, that's... I would probably not survive Linux all that well, but sort of, no matter what you do, if you switch, yeah, I can see how that's gonna That's gonna make things a little rough with workflows. Okay, so first, mid cobalt is actually mid icily transparent purple. Huh. Oh, wait, are none of... Okay, there we go. So, this is the correct one to go into the next layer. You're surviving windows. Good. So, we're following the harmonica, not a coder. Yeah, I feel like I like Windows as opposed to Mac OS. And there are times where I wish I had the flexibility of Linux, but most of the time the stuff I'm doing is not something where I want to get things set up just perfectly for me. So I live with Windows as a compromise and am overall happy with it. So we're gonna go in here, which gets us into the next layer. And then, oh, that's a lot of lights. I don't like how many lights that is. Okay. Oh, so we're still hearing harmonica? I don't think we've had that before. So I'm gonna try and go there, but those... Nuh-uh, we're not doing this. But we are, though. We just need to... Okay. We just need to be very careful. So we found out they only do things if we touch our engines, basically. So we just need to stay low. Pump, stay low, stay quiet. Oh, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't whistle. I'm sure that sounds awful with all of my terrible mic and compression. Okay. Humming probably is a little less terrifying. Okay. Okay. Do we finally get to meet... Oh, I forget his name, but it starts with an F. Okay. This is spooky. But that's only one. I'm not seeing any anglerfish. So are there... Can we get different... Feldspar, yes, thank you. The one who plays harmonica and went to Dark Bramble. The fact that I'm not seeing other lights is almost more disconcerting. But okay. We follow. I don't want to hit my engines more to go faster, but fine, we'll do a little bit. Okay. This feels very... We're going towards the light. Okay, blocked out presumably by brambles. Oh! Oh, this is the one that we saw. We saw this with our scout, and it seems to be a fossil, not active. Okay. Holy butts! We finally get to meet Feldspar. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. We just, kind of gotta figure this bit out. Or maybe we don't need to land well, you know. Okay, landing cam. Oh, whoop. Ah! Okay. Is there a way to land? Hi, Feldspar. Help. This place is scary, right? You're literally in the mouth of a giant anglerfish thing. Okay, fine. That's just no motion. Oh, it's already drifting again. Oh, because I'm still in here. Okay. There we go. This will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? I say, jumping out. There we go. Gravity. Yay! Good, very good stream to relax to. I'm glad. Thank you. That is kind of I stream for me because it's a way to focus in on stuff more and I get to socialize in cool ways. But I hope I make people laugh, I hope I make people smile, I hope I make people's days just a little bit better in whatever way I can. So, good to hear. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's come in here. Well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done! Say, it's you! They made you an astronaut, and you haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive. You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right, I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, crashed. Violently. You crashed? But you're the greatest pilot in Hearthian history. I haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. Fair? The worst insult to hear as a streamer is, you made my day worse. Pretty much, just about. But even then, people have different things going on in their days. Something you learn in customer service is if people are grumpy at you, there's a reasonable chance it's not about you. So, sort of learning to not take it too much to heart. And you haven't blown yourself up too. Yeah, about that. We'll tell him at some point. Oh, dodge one massive, interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You've seen him? Big gnarly things. And this was the biggest one I've ever seen. Pulled a few stunts, tried to shake the thing off. Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and... well, like I said, I crashed. Blammo! On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. Camped out near where I crashed at first, found this skeleton later. Great find, would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Because they're eternal! Okay. What happened to the anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton was like this when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed, and then the seed grew in poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? Skeleton was a good find, keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. So what the hell's up with the red ones? That's why I set up my camp here. That's interesting. Hey, hatchling, pull up a marshmallow stick. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kinda like it out here. Quiet. Peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. I wanna be the very best, like Feldspar ever was. Bow, bow, bow. Okay, where's your ship? Not far from here, as a matter of fact. If you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. All of that, and you'll find my old ship. What's left of it, anyway. Okay. So we should probably check that out. Reach the core of Giant's Deep. Well, fortunately, we already figured that one out. That was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? But tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Yeah, I've spent so much time on this opening March 2 cutscene, it's only like 45 seconds long so far. Oh, yeah. When you've got something that's detailed and you're like, oh, this is so much effort for not a lot of output. Chanted at the same time, literally. Oh, the wanna be the very best. Where should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know the space is weird here, intensely. Try throwing your scout into one of these weird seats, see there, with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Scout tracker will tell you the scout is in 2 places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because the space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is, space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Oh, that's my theory. Keep that in mind when you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck! Great! And found something. Lay it on me, hatchling. Set the seed on Timber Hearth. That's bad business, hatchling. This chart will tell you if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction, there used to be a fifth planet where the bramble is now. The infernal plant appeared at the center. It kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick, like I suspect Timber Hearth will be headed toward the same fate. I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. Oh man, okay. I kinda suspected that, but that's still rough. No, my writing saying anglerfish are blind. Aha! So the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach dealing with them could have used a bit more thought behind it. Ah well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well, eh, hatchling? Fair enough. Good attitude. Okay. Ship error. What? Okay. Oh, because there's another functional ship, maybe? Well, let's use our ship. And let's track down Feldspar's ship. Ah. So, it said the tail and the flickering light. Okay, so that's where the path starts. And also something about the core of Giant's Deep. I've not seen other anglerfish, which seems useful, but I'm also not 100% inclined to trust it. Oh my god, do we get to do a repair mission? Hey. Well, let's get out and really, really hope there's not another anglerfish. Because that would suck. It's just the Dark Bramble space weirdness that made me detect this ship twice, possibly. Okay. Ooh! Okay. No touchy. Okay. That's good to know. Yep. Yeah, I guess we're detecting it over there. Weird. Okay. No touchy the other ship. I wonder if we can get no touchy the sparky metal. I know. Who would have guessed that? Certainly not me. I don't suppose we can actually make it in there. I think our ship is too clunky. Oh! No, we're kinda... Okay. It's probably... It might be better for me to not be in the ship, but, I'm kinda loath to abandon it. Yeah, I don't think we're making it any further in the ship. Okay. Hollow tubes. I don't suppose there's a knight in here anywhere. Ha 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 ha. Good joke, streamer. Just flinging myself into the void. Oh. Okay. There's gravity now. Okay. The hell is up with that? I don't suppose this is the quantum moon. What? The... Oh! Oh, it's the jellyfish! Let's sure hope no vessels get up from the void and start attacking us. Turns out redownloading the BCS scripts compiler fixed the issue. Yay! So this is the jellyfish. So we're on Giant's Deep? Yo, okay. Huh. So that's the harmonica. Where are we? Installing Linux on an external drive or something so that you can boot into it whenever possible. Okay. What if we... Like, I don't know what to do with this jellyfish. What if we just jump? Giant's deep core is apparently also the dark bramble core, I guess. Well, what if we, yeah, just Geronimo? Okay. It's down into... Oh! No, we're still on... Oh! Whoa, okay, so that... I don't fully understand what happened there, but... You know what I really don't like? Being in Dark Bramble without a ship. This is utterly horrifying. Yeah, this is a no-no. No, no, no. Oh, there's all those lights again. Okay. So all three of those are valid ways forward? And there's still a lot of anglerfish anyway. Okay. If we're just very, very quiet. I say playing music on my radio. I don't know if that attracts them or not. I didn't actually think about that. I'm terrified to make any other sort of movement. So, how's everything with you guys while we drift into terrifying, terrifying waters as our oxygen slowly ticks down? Oh god. Bum 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 bum. So we went into a holotube, doing quite terrifying if I do say so myself. Glad, maybe? I guess misery loves company. Anyway, BCS is such a niche scripting language, I suspect I might literally be the only person actively using it. I was gonna say, I don't know what BCS is. My closest guess would be K-pop group, but I don't think that's... I doubt it. 3 minutes oxygen remaining. Do I risk? I'm gonna risk a little bit of speed. Hey. Hey. This is fine. This is fine. Fine as a vine. Whew. Lambda calculus. Lambda functions are interesting from what I've seen. Extended version of ACS, a scripting language from Hexen. Okay. Oh. This seems unfriendly, to say the least. It's like a flat... Okay. So where are the other... Okay, I guess we can try here. Fine as a vine and a planet. Yeah. I'm not recalling what Hexen was. Is that... Okay, that's just another, like, bramble knot. Yeah. We're kind of running low on oxygen here. An old Doom engine game from the 90s. Ah, okay. That makes sense considering that you seem to really like Doom. Oh, okay. I think this is back at the center. So I'm gonna lay on some speed. We're burning up gas so that we can hopefully make it to get some oxygen. Ooh. Yes, okay. Okay. Everything's alright. Thank you, Feldspar. Okay. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. Okay. Oh, I hadn't identified him yet? Really? Wow. Okay. Let's get back to our ship. Oh, wait, so we enter by the light. Yes. I was blinded by the light. Hey. So, we can't go further this way, can we? No. Not very much. So, it's a dead end over here, which feels a little strange to me. GZ Doom also uses ACS, so most Doom modders actually use it, but BCS is an alternative version that compiles the same bytecode and adds a bunch of quality of life features. Oh, nice, okay. We do enjoy good quality of life. I suppose a very loose equivalent would be along the same lines as using TypeScript rather than JavaScript. Or is that very far off as a comparison? Whoop. Ah, no! I'm a doof. Is that like a little worm thing? Like you can declare a script like this. Script 1, code goes here instead of script 1 void code goes there. Oh, yeah, that does seem nice. Not having to save void. Not having to spell everything out. That's a good comparison? Okay, awesome. Ah! Okay, yes, we started going the wrong way. I used TypeScript, used it a lot for an internship, and then I haven't bothered for a lot of my personal coding. Difference is that TypeScript compiles to JavaScript rather than just the same bytecode. Yeah. Okay. So we go through here, while BCS and ACS both compile to the same bytecode. Okay. Right, because TypeScript is basically it's a fancy way of writing JavaScript. Hey, welcome in, Clever Retort. Currently what's up is us in a terrifying open bramble trying to find, well, whatever Feldspar thought we might find. No lingo, so no spoilers. Yeah. Cool mod pack? Sure. So, okay, so we get to see the jellyfish, but what can we do with this? Lightfall. Is that the one that you had spoken about previously with the, some of the cool magic and... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting some of the interesting pitches there, but, like, Crash Land on Moon? Odd story is that colonizing alien planet but covered with Thaumcraft blight. Yes, that was it. Ah, no, I did the same thing again. Why would I do the same thing again? That was very silly. Ow. That's interesting. So we can go into that field and maybe there's something there. There you can make any programming language compile to ACS bytecode if you're willing to severely limit what it can do. Gotcha. Found blood magic to be so powerful. Cool. One of a few times I'll encourage people dabble in blood magic. Ah, clean it up before all of the sleeping ones. Oh, okay, seems like universe is about to go bye-bye. But that's still good, and we can... Or, I mean, that in and of itself is not good, but we can... That's not the worst thing to have happen. So, different angles bring us into different areas, it seems. Yeesh. We've learned a fair bit more about Dark Bramble. Let's see what our ship has to say eventually. Let's throw ourselves at an anglerfish. Yeah. Eat me before the sun explode. Wait, what? Oh, this is a different way that doesn't go to the ship? Oh. Time to get a bunch of rare ores, including more diamonds. Sick. Like, dynamic typing is not possible to have a Lua ACS bytecode compile would require it to have some kind of type interface or type hinting system. Okay. So there are things that are not interchangeable because it's doing a fundamentally different thing. Inference, not interface. Okay. Well, bye-bye. Sun is exploding. How do the anglerfish like it? Sure. We'll have to be between rounds. which we've currently got, and we'll be listening to a little bit of music from Silver. So we've got a little time to put it in. Ah, Dark Bramble, why? Welp. Okay, burnt to a crisp. It's impossible to read and write files. Oh, weird. Okay, we made some progress there. We have a slightly better understanding of what's up with Dark Bramble. And every type is really an int. Ah. All numbers under the hood. It's kind of like my quantitative psych prof talk about how, pretty much all of these methods are really just linear regression under the hood. And it's like, yeah, you know what? Fair play. Okay. Discord channel post screenshots? I think that would probably be video games. It's where we just sort of throw stuff where it's like, hey, I'm showing off a thing I'm doing. Okay. Chill song. Well, hey. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, the very sort of hollow pipey noise. Trying to add two strings together just adds their indexes. Oh, gotcha. So it was from that language. That's very atmospheric. Well, the comment failed to post and accidentally copied your own username. No, that's very atmospheric vibes. When it started off, it was kind of making me think of some of the themes from like Violet Evergarden, but now it's more. I don't know if I even have a comparison point for it. But it's a bop. It's very plosive, I guess. To concatenate strings but don't remember the syntax. I think that's fair. Yeah, it's got like there's a playfulness to it, certainly, but there's also it's plosive. It's like saying P or B, P, B over and over, which I don't know, it creates a very pleasant atmosphere. So I'm impressed by what you're able to throw together, Silver. That's really cool. Blightfall base. Okay. So lots of cool tech looking stuff. I think I've seen these in like an old Skycraft where you've got a whole bunch, you can store a whole bunch of stuff. That's super sick. Okay, cool big old blood ritual. That's your blood altar. Hey, and good armor. Oh, terrible timing, Silver. We just listened to the chill song. Yep. But what I was saying about that, it sounds really. We can here. I've got it downloaded at this point. We can just loop it real quick. I think we'll probably stick with the Outer Wilds music for Outer Wilds, but we can have it while we're doing this. But like it's very like playful and curious, and it was making me think of like Violet Evergarden stuff at first. And then, but it's very plosive. I don't have a good comparison for the rest of it, but it's very good. I like it. You can see the taint in the background. That's the purple. Blood magic gear. Okay. Some of your underground systems working on fixing it up. Oh no, you trapped a ghast! Buddy boy! Terrible. Trapping things in glass. I think they're quite unhappy, looks meaningfully at the choose your own adventure points. Cap for casting. You've trapped something and you're milking it for its tears. That seems deeply unethical. Print as my string, comma my. Okay, so it does like a comma concatenation. So you're printing both of them in sequence. Okay. Aerial view of base. Nice. And then your block storage. Oh yeah, starting dome. Oh, gotcha. Oh, so it's got that sort of sort of, what's the word for it? A biodome. There we go. Super sick. Chess Apple Advance. Oh dear God. But very nice. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, so Silver, I dig that song. We will absolutely put that in the loop of things that are good BGM when we need BGM. Want to store the concatenated string in a variable? It's my string 3 string param s my. Okay, gotcha. So you can do concatenation directly to thing. Yay, yeah. No, like I genuinely, I find it really impressive that you're able to throw stuff together. Like there's even that one where I can't like place. I can't tell you what the concept is because I don't have like a good comparison for it. I can tell that there's a lot of thought and intentionality behind the vibe you're creating, which is really neat. I do not have that ability. To watch Chess Apple Advance one again, will do after stream, because Chess Battle Advance is already stuck in my head. Which I'm sure will be very useful for me in the future. Oh, certainly. Well, even if I never use that language, it's fun to know all of the things out there, right? Feldspar is alive! They crashed their ship and is now camping inside an anglerfish skeleton. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in 2 places at once. They have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying the relative peace and quiet. Feldspar hinted that a secret to reaching the core of Giant's Deep lies at the end of the hollow vine they crashed their ship into. To find Feldspar's ship, I'll want to go to the tail end of the anglerfish skeleton and look for a flickering light in the fog. So it's a secret there. So the jellyfish is the secret, which I've kind of suspected, but what to do with them? Song was made with the thought of it being the ethereal dimension travel hub area. Oh, okay. Ethereal is actually, like an ethereal quality is a really good way to describe that. So if that's what you're going for, you nailed it. And can concatenate a number to the string by using d_my_int. Okay. So that's how you can get variables chunked in there. Okay. Let's go talk to Gabbro. Unless maybe there's something more. So jellyfish seems to be the secret. Let's go back to Giant's Deep. It's been a while. It's close. Let's talk to Gabbro, see if maybe he has some jellyfish ideas. Okay. So we want to be able to hear Gabbro. Looks like he's on that side of the planet, or at least that area of it. Oh, did he just get thrown, I'm guessing? Or maybe not. Probably, though. Seems like he's in motion across the planet. Okay. Slow it down a little. Giant's Deep is quite large. It can be a little tough to figure out. Whoa. Oh, God. I was not expecting that. The space station whizzing by. Oh, is it outpacing us? We need to... Okay. Jegus, just let us on without crashing. I keep missing it. Okay, let's get in alignment. We're holding space. Okay. Oh, hey, there's an island. Neat. So now we're flying at it. Okay. Yeah, well, it's fine. We splashed down. That's all cool. Wow, already down here. Got the Dark Bramble Island. And it's down quite low. Is there something we can do with this now that we know about the jellyfish? Like, okay, there's a jellyfish there. Oh. Oh, it's like already almost on the base. Oh, interesting. Happy you can just wing making music and it sort of work. Yeah, no, that is super impressive to me because I've done a little bit of music and I cannot even with a lot of intentionality make it work. I'm genuinely deeply impressed. Yeah. Okay. Show me your secrets. Get it done, get it done, get it done. Howdy, Nobo. So the jellyfish are part of the secret, but what to do with the jellyfish? Don't even know more than like 2 note scales. You do quite impressively for it. Is that, like, you know, you don't have to know, quote unquote, how to make music to make it, right? Like, it was done for quite a while before it was formalized, I have to imagine. Tell me your secrets. Nuh-uh. Come on. The jellyfish should tell me their secrets. Why wouldn't you want to tell a little ink blob how to use you to go deep into a planet? What's wrong with that, huh? Okay. S and D prefixes are a consequence of every variable being stored as an int, so for any function that might take a string or fixed point number, or anything else as an argument, you need to explicitly tell the compiler this is a string, this is an int. Gotcha. So it's sort of, it's a way of doing typing. Been a drummer for a long time, so probably why you haven't learned how to make. Gotcha! Because you're more on the rhythm. Got that UI bad. Okay. Can we... Okay, so hollow tube. That one's safe. That's still safe. But that's very quickly not safe. Okay. This is fun. What the hell? So so hollow ones seem to let us travel around a little bit. So what's up with the jellyfish? What do the jellyfish do for us? So we don't want to go... Oh. So that way's bad. Is this way bad? That way's bad. So this way isn't bad. That bad. That's safe. Safe. So we get to see the jellyfish, and they're like frozen in some regard. So what do we do with that? We've already been here. We can light the fire. This is the invincible fire. Okay, boring crash is 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah, all the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steve. You just got feldsparred. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gosson about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so more off the list. Seems all that's left is a big one. Okay, so he was over here. So that's what this is. So it's something about here. So some sort of finesse. There's that little bit of jellyfish sticking out. Can we use that? I don't think we can even boost up to it, really. What do we do with the what can we do with the jellyfish, even? Do we need to do anything? So it has something to do with that as a secret. So that tube connects to the jellyfish, maybe? Is there a way into this? Like, we see a lot of jellyfish down beneath the surface, so that makes a certain amount of sense that they are somehow related. We'd already kind of figured on that. But... and going through the big twister, I don't think helps... I don't think the big twister helps us go down to the core because it doesn't penetrate below that. We are about to get water spouted, so let's see, maybe that will reveal something interesting. Because as we learned, the campfire is eternal. Space jellyfish. Do you do anything? Jellies in space! Okay, we're starting to come back down. Okay. So we go underwater. Okay. It's almost like we could see in there for a moment, but I'm guessing that's just dealing with a lot of surfaces. So my ship is down there. I have no idea what this wants from us. Can we go under the jellyfish? Like pop up? No, so that's land. Yeah, so the underwater is weird here. Like this crystal goes down. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, we can't like pop up, and it doesn't directly connect through or anything. What? Oh. What's that? That looks different, but I don't know what to do with this. Like, this feels like this has got to be the thing. Like, they're somehow connected to each other between both, you know, the dark bramble bits and the jellyfish. But I don't see a way to put 2 and 2 together. Am I being silly? Or is there more info that we need? We found feldspar. We're next to the jellyfish. And he said it was a hint. He said it was a hint at the end there. Double checking, do we have anything more on the jellyfish? Construction yard. Bramble Island. What appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. Lies at the end of the hollow vine they crashed their ship into. To find Feldspar's ship, I'll want to go to the tail. Okay. So maybe we need to go back there and keep tracking the hollow vine. Maybe that will give us more. That's just, man. What is it going to be? So parts of the jellyfish are like peeking out. Okay. Well, give it another shot. Discovered a new banger song. Nice. What be the banger song? We're kind of in orbit. Brittle Hollow, so there's Dark Bramble. Let's go! Really close to ending the manga you were reading, so you could do that? Nice! 3 chapters away. Yo! Hollow like the night, right? Exactly. That's why I was asking if there was any sort of night down there. Okay. Bum ba dum bum. Bum ba dum bum bum. Hey! How's it going, Rikia? We're doing a little bramble exploration. We're trying to figure out what the jellyfish have to do with anything. Waha! I'm still not entirely sure if which hole you enter Dark Bramble through matters. I have a suspicion that it does, but that feels weird. Quantum Moon gonna disappear. Nice, okay. Never played this? No worries. So what essentially we're a little buddy boy called a Hearthian, and we're part of their first space program, which is called Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds Ventures. And we've got a solar system with 5 planets in that we're exploring, trying to understand why the sun keeps exploding, because we seem to be caught in a time loop. The one we're currently exploring, seems to... Ooh. Okay, there we go. So it's that one. This one we're currently in, seems to mess around with space an awful lot, and you may notice that we've got a signal from this light. These other lights don't have signals because... Let's see if we can take a picture. Nope, a little higher up. They're attached to those giant, scary anglerfish. So, fortunately, those anglerfish are blind. However, they hear well. So if we make a move and we're too close to one, they will know we're there and come eat us, which is absolutely terrifying. I promise you the game is overall fairly cozy, but it does great stuff with music, and it's just very happy, but you can also die horrifying deaths by anglerfish or, getting crushed by quicksand, etc., etc. Why was my pronunciation of Rikia so cursed in your mind after hearing it? I don't know. Is that not? I thought that. Oh god, one of them hurt us, so we're going fast. Huh. Oh. Oh, do not like. So for some reason the song is having a worrying amount of brain rot spawning in TikTok. Uh-oh. Yeah, that sucks when you find a good song you like and then it gets TikTokified or whatnot. Okay. Whew, I did not like hearing that. But let's go towards this one and see if we can find Feldspar again. Because yeah, so there's travelers that have visited each planet. And they play music. So we're going after Feldspar, who plays his little harmonica. We're not going to be able to get through that one, are we? Okay, so now we're in the middle of the anglerfish. So there's one over there. Come on, give me another signal to follow without... Oh, that's an anglerfish. Okay. So we can go over to this one, but there's a lot of fish nearby. So just softly drift over. Let's see if we can pull that off. Or maybe, maybe that one isn't an anglerfish, because we did also find out that there are some that don't lead to the same place, so there's not the duplicate signal. Okay, this looks like the right one, because there's one dot here, so that's going to be Feldspar. Okay. Phew. Whew. That happened with No Children by the Mountain Goats. I love the Mountain Goats. One of my absolute favorite bands. And then No Children got picked up by TikTok. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad they're getting more recognition. Not what I would have chosen for it, but, if it works, it works. I hadn't realized I really like the Mountain Goats. And I had heard them before I ever recognized I heard them. Because they, at the end of a show called Moral Oral, which is this little claymation, it's a little claymation show that's like mocking, mocking is even sometimes a strong word for it, but it's taking a tongue-in-cheek look at, like, very Anglo-Protestant, America, following a character named Oral, who really listens hard to all of his elders in Moralton and whatnot. And it feels like very sort of, oh, haha, episode of the week. But it then gets kinda dark. Moral Oral is that one show that's absolutely horrifying. It can get very horrifying, yes. But I don't know, I think it does a decent job of actually like providing good commentary. It's not just like horror. It does a good job of looking at, sort of what happens when you try and devolve adult responsibility into like, oh, well, no, God says this. Oh my god, there's a journal here. That's what we missed. Tip 4. I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3. Boring crashes 0. A personal best. Well, home. Never thought I'd seen one of these species outside of Giant's Deep. They're awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Ugh, this thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's inside from getting zapped by electricity. Right, I'm going inside this jellyfish's interior cavities to see if it in there tastes any better. Can we do that? Well, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I found it to actually be a somewhat interesting show. For there was a lot of thought and purpose behind it. It's not just there to be mocking or horrible. And one of the later episodes ends with No Children for the ending credits, which I was like, oh, I had heard that, I had loved that song, and I didn't go look it up, and it turns out it was one of a band that I absolutely loved that I'd heard long before I knew it was them. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in your life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Oh, but how do we... Okay, how do we use them as insulation? Okay, so they're electric jellyfish? That, you know, maybe that should be my band name. Electric Jellyfish. Okay. Well, hopefully our ship will have some more good info for us. Can we retrace our steps? Yeah. So do not eat the jellyfish. They would be too sad if that was your last meal. Good to know. Okay. Back through the hollow. Shall we be a knight? Okay. This feels very much like we're tunneling through something's like digestive system, and that is not a very pleasant experience in my opinion. It's, like, I don't want to be eaten. I particularly don't want to be reverse the process of being eaten. Ah! Okay. Let's lock onto our ship. Let's see what's said. Oh, also the fact that that sparking might be something that we can use to test it out, I'll bet. That's probably why it does that. But I don't know how to check whether or not I am, so I wonder if we'll have some info here. Okay. Aha, frozen jellyfish. Well, hey! Feldspar documented their attempts to eat this enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Feldspar decided to venture into the jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting the inside of the jellyfish, Feldspar concluded that these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. So, but do we have to actually be inside the jellyfish, or is there like a coating that we get from touching it? Well, only one way to find out. Time for science. Wait, where is it? We've recently touched a jellyfish, so, what's gonna happen? Will my heart stop? Okay, so probably need to find a way to actually travel inside the jellyfish? How the hell does that work? And how would that work on Giant's Deep? Ugh. This is a somewhat more intractable problem than I suspected it was going to be. So we can't go through... Can't go through the bramble again, so is there a way out? What if we go on to one of... Try and find a hole on the edge? Yeah... Ouch. Well, that's one way to do a barrel roll. I don't know the patterns well enough in the fog to try and figure out where they lead to an exit. So, okay, so the jellyfish insulate from electricity. What does that give us? Because the current doesn't seem to have anything to do with electricity. Or is it some sort of pun on current? Maybe? Probably. Fuck! Oh. Oh my god. Oh. That got me. That really got me. Sorry for the startling. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Typically we make it until the sun explodes. That anglerfish went, hey, what if I was right by the entrance? You know when you get that like big rush of adrenaline and then you don't actually get to like use a fight or flight response? So you're just sort of stuck and you feel kind of weak and drained? That's what I'm feeling right now. Oh my god. Okay. That was utterly terrifying. Like this is a thing that I've said about Dredge. Dredge, I think, is the most recent horror game that I've played. Wait, let's go Giants Deep. Ah. Oh, so that was the Quantum Moon. I think Dredge is the most recent horror game I've played, and my biggest thing with it, I love Dredge, to be clear. That I was a big fan of that mostly for like the nautical vibes, but I do think it has a fairly big problem, in that a lot of the things that are spooky until until you suffer the consequences. And I think this is true of a number of horror games where if you need the consequences to be bad, and like even with the anglerfish, if I just run into an anglerfish and I'm aware that that's probably going to happen, that's kind of fine, right? Like it's not, the horror of being eaten by one is less than one might expect. But what makes them scary is that, yeah, they can surprise you, and there's variation. You can't just accept your fate, essentially. At least that is my view on it. So I don't know. It's I do appreciate. I feel like they have managed to do a good job of keeping us on our toes with the anglerfish. Don't feel like we've been to this camp, but that might just be Gabbro. I thought Gabbro was further down though, so let's find out. Impeccable landing, really. Yeah, so Gabbro isn't here. Is there any information here then? Huh, this is just a campfire? Wait, you can doze off? Oh. Oh, so campfires allow you to pass time. That is not something that I think I've seen before. Or I haven't been paying attention to that. Intriguing. I don't know why that would be beneficial. Wait till you get to game DLC? Gotcha. Oh, okay, so this is Gabbro. He just has a campfire up there. Do we have anything new to say? Nope. Okay, so we've already done all of those. We EP, I guess, yeah. Just sometimes want to chill. Huh. I'm sure that's not going to involve any sort of weird dreams or something. Okay. Well. Okay, rumor mode, yeah. Huh. So we've still got more to find out on the Quantum Moon. Sometimes you gotta go sleep after dying in a supernova set with 37 times. Yeah, honestly, a little nap after that as a treat. I think that's reasonable. Hey. Okay, so there's the Bramble Island. So, okay. I wonder if the ghost matter is considered electricity. But what can we do? What can we do with this? What if we go on top? Can we go on top? We can't get a lot of boost here, but we could probably land our ship on top of the Bramble. So, okay. Jellyfish can protect us from electricity if we are inside the jellyfish, I suppose. So, what does that actually translate into? Game mechanics-wise. Well, hey. Yeah. No? Because we can't get up here without the ship. Wait, that might be a bad idea. You gonna leave for now? Alright. Thank you for hanging out a bit, Nobo. Enjoy whatever you're off to. Duh. Yee, see ya. It's on his way too. Okay. Oh, great. Yay. We do not get to jump very far. Hey, no! Well, mistakes were made. Guess we can just sleep our way into the next supernova if we wanted. So we go around this one. So ghost matter messes you up if you touch it. So, like, but it can only be seen on camera. So, gotta be careful. Light the campfire. What? Okay, there's lightning. Maybe there's something to do with that? What can we do? What can we do with that? So maybe we can yeet a jellyfish into a storm? That feels like that's just sort of waiting for random chance. That's what ghost matter does. Okay, that was a bad idea. Trust me, I find this game very cozy. I think we've got about enough time for like one more full run, so we'll see if we can do something. The jellyfish protect us from electricity. Like, I mean, you can roast marshmallows, and there's all of this lovely music. Like, if they line up, you know, the sound, you can get all of the instruments joining in. It's genuinely real cool. But yes, as time goes on, I've found myself dying progressively more and more in more and more horrific ways. Okay, so that's like a probe out there, which we've tried to go after before, and that hasn't borne much fruit. So, okay, come on, Giants Deep. All the planets are on this axis, so I guess there we go. So, okay, so it's behind us because our orbit is faster. Oh hey, the quantum moon! Fine, well, if the opportunity is literally right there. So, quantum objects in this game, quantum objects will only stick around so long as you are actively looking at them. I would demonstrate, but we're going to try and use this as an opportunity. Yeah. So if we look away from the oh, whoa. Scout doing weird stuff. But basically if you look away from it, it will go to another position, which is quite strange. But you can use cameras to indirectly observe it. Why is it why are the scouts curving away like that? No, 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 autopilot, no, 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 no. Oh, it's still on our sensors, I guess? Okay. So the quantum moon is still there. Okay. We have not lost track of it. I'm sure this seems perfectly sane. So what we need to do... So we need to get it on camera so that we can observe it externally as we try and land. Okay. It's a fairly tight orbit, which is going to be tough, but... Okay. The other thing, you always end up on the south pole of the quantum moon for some reason. A phenomenon observed by the Nomai, which are a species of alien that have just kind of been around. Okay, so we're still seeing the quantum moon, so we can't go off the camera because we still need to see it on. So we can't use landing cam. There we go, okay. See? Already dead when we got here. Not my fault, we did not land on the Nomai. Okay, phew. It's the first time we landed here, we landed directly on this body, which seemed not great. So this is a body of one of the Nomai, which are the alien species that have gotten us trapped in this time loop. Oh, there's water on the quantum moon? Yo. Seems to have something to do with the teleportation they've done, but also they seem to have been trying to like maybe Dyson sphere the sun or something, which is a little problematic. I'm here after watching it wander skies for so long. Shuttle at the South Pole. Just always true. You're ready. Okay, so that is Solanum. Okay. damn it. So we just lost the quantum moon. So don't do the middle thing. Because that screws that, because then our ship is on the quantum moon, so we can't. Did I even put on a spacesuit? I did not put on a spacesuit, did I? Nope. Great. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, now, okay. Still enough time for a full run, but, So that explains why I didn't have the HUD. That was dumb. But wait, so then is the quantum moon breathable? That's strange to me. Deep breath. Okay. But yeah, so we can probably explore a bit more on the quantum moon. I don't know what else we can do because one of the poles is sealed off by the bramble vines from the anglerfish place, from Dark Bramble. So we need to try and get smart about the jellyfish, because hopefully we can learn something more from the core of Giant's Deep, because there seems to still be a big secret there. Okay. So, there is lightning at the poles. So what if we tried flying into the lightning? What happens if we fly into the lightning without any sort of protection? Like, lightning happens up here, right? We were just watching it. Let's just sort of chill up here and see if we can get shocked. Okay, so lightning's happening around, but it's not hitting us. Okay, now we're in space, so back down. What if we stay above? Okay, so it's not always directly connected to the water spouts. Interesting. Huh. So what if we do, okay, so South Pole is the one that pulls us down, and that's the Tower of Quantum Trials. So, yeah, because North Pole doesn't have any big twisters. So what if we go to the South one and see, maybe we can, like, maybe that will give us extra access below the planet. Okay, get over the South Pole, and go down. We're going down. Okay. And now let's just go under the surface. No, we're already hitting. So I will say it does look like the core had some electricity going on there. Oh, it spit us out? Oh, so can we go under it? Because it kind of looked like the core had some electricity there, so it might be something where, okay, I guess we have to go over. So maybe the jellyfish aren't a way to get to the core, but they're a way to survive once at the core. Because yeah, like, that's absolutely sparking down there. But how do we get through the barrier of the current? Like, we haven't seen a weak spot or anything. So, the jellyfish will be useful, but they're not the piece of information we need right now. So what can we do Okay, so this is the Tower of Quantum Trials, I think. Go really, really fast, obviously. Well, yeah, I mean, that seems like Feldspar style, right? Hmm. That reminds me a lot of, in Skyrim, I went and, like, became a werewolf for a faster run speed to try and get through one of the early tutorial things because I forgot about the dashing dragon shout. You know, I really don't want to spoil this game, but you have some big amnesia moment right now. Well, that's part of why I'm trying to remember the stuff we're looking at. Like, if there's something that we've already found, if you want to, like, direct me there, I would not feel spoiled by that. If it's just like hey, remember this thing you looked at? Build up enough speed to reach a parallel universe and slam in. Yeah! I mean, Dark Bramble. Like, okay, so the tube through the end of Dark Bramble. Southern Observatory. Southern Observatory, okay. Because Southern Observatory was talking about how some of the spouts went down, right? So they could carry us below the current in theory, which I remember something about that. But we've got the big spout, which allows us to get to the Tower of Quantum Trials, but this isn't seeming to let us go further down. So maybe, or maybe are some of the non-big spouts ones that would take us down? Wait, ocean depths. Deborah says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below. The Nomai in the construction yard saw something sink beneath the water current, which they previously thought was impossible. Found a way to reach the core, right. So Southern Observatory. Nomai decided to stop searching for I's signal. Okay. Tornado. Okay, tornado simulation. Most cyclones and giants deep rotate clockwise. There are the cyclones the Nomai use to send components into orbit. There also exists a rare type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. It's counterclockwise tornado that lets you down. Yeah. So is that, do I just need to look at them better? Because like this, the giant one is counterclockwise. Right? Like, so we want another one that's going in that direction. Because that one pulls us down. So we want another one that's like that, but not the big one, I suppose. So that it will hopefully go beneath the surface. No, it's not? Really? Let's go up. That is clockwise? Oh, it is clockwise, right? Because that's not an... Doi. Wow. So my inability to remember clockwise from anti-clockwise has successfully confused me. Yeah, last you looked at a clock. No. You all are true. So those are all clockwise. Direction of clock. Yeah, I was being a doof. So, ooh, that one. So there's one that's going, if we can get to it, because that is definitely going anti-clockwise. Interesting. So, give ourselves over. Oh, what? You're anti-clockwise. Are you not pushing us down? Oh, there we go. Aha! Okay. There we go. Whoa! Okay. So, we had that information. I just, I misapplied it. So, we've got the core. Okay, is there anything... Ooh. Quantum fluctuations. Island shard, okay, that's the opposite side. Stress beacon, no. So, okay. Hello, jellyfish. Do you shock us? You shock us, okay. But if we can go inside, we go in. So they are themselves electric. Okay, where's our sparking? Show me the sparking. Down in the back. There we go. So our electrical systems. Imagine being good enough at this game that you just, it's like, oh, that's where that system is, rather than using the visual indicators exclusively. Ah! It's tougher than in space. Yeah, because it does not want to be stationary. Okay. Kind of. Maybe we can land on our own ship? Good enough, you wouldn't break the ship. Oi! Oi now! You might not be wrong, but... Okay, so we got that repaired. I did a mighty admirable job the first few streams, and then we just sort of, became less bothered, I suppose. Oh, whoops! So we were slowly floating up. It's fine, it's fine. This is fine. We just need to find another one. Okay. And to not be a derp about what clockwise versus anti-clockwise is. Okay. So, those are all going clockwise. Yeah, no touch. No touch. That one over there is going anti-clockwise. So, this one. Okay. Down below. So, what happens if we... Oh, that looks like a big thing. Like, almost like an antler or something over there. So, what is at the core? I guess I could... So, that's like coral. What's happening with the skep? So it gets bounced off by the electricity? Okay, so let's maybe not do that. What if we go... This is gonna sound real bad. What if we go inside the jellyfish? So that shocks it. But what if we go like, oh, this... I'm sorry, jellyfish. This is going to be quite rude now, isn't it? Okay, so we can go in... We can... So as long as we're... I thought as long as we're within the jellyfish, it was fine. But it seems like that is not entirely correct. Ow! Oh dear. Oh no. Master alarm. Great. Love me a good alarm. What more could we want? 2-sentence horror story. What are the 2 sentences? I do not... Larry was having a good day. Until the jellyfish? Okay, so there's still an alarm. Oh! Till he saw the not-so-good feeling maker man. Okay. That's, I figured it might have something to do with that, but I thought we might be able to repair it. This could prove problematic. I don't suppose we still have supplies in there. Because if not, I'm gonna be touching some jellyfish. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that's not connected to the other bits. So, okay. Well, this is probably dangerous, considering that this is probably our last run, but let's, you know, make it count, right? God, the ship's pieces being bounced around. There's no elevators to success, only water spouts? God, my ship. But there's a knife ladder. I would not want to interact with a knife ladder, to be perfectly frank. Maybe we need to find a dead jellyfish. Maybe that's part of my problem, but, you know what's a genius idea? Touching a jellyfish when you're already really hurt. Oh! Are we being absorbed by a jellyfish? This is... okay. Oddly comfortable? Ooh. I'm not sure how to feel about this. So we aren't down by the core. Does it go low enough to go to the core? Jellyfish fort. Yeah, I guess. Oh, okay. We're going below. Like, or at least we're getting closer. Stay inside the jellyfish. Oh god. Okay. Okay, so is it time to exit the jellyfish? Ship's log updated? What ship's log? Oh, okay. It's really dark in here. What the hell is this? I'm so afraid of there being something just here. Okay. So there's like some sort of horrifying eel. Oh, so this is like a base. Is there a way in? Okay. So not in through there. It's like a capsule. Oh, oh, oh. I have been ruined by Dark Bramble. Okay. Oh, I did not like that. Me, Jumpy? No. I guess I would be a good horror game streamer then. Scout camera to see better. Yeah, we can. I have. The scout also provides us with light. Oh, okay. Or here we go. This looks like an entryway. Ow! If we can make that work. Okay. We got there. We got there. I was trying to use it for general illumination, which, yeah, you're right, is probably not the best idea. Oh, breathing. Oh. Oh my god! This is the pod. This is the pod. This is the thing. The thing that we were looking for. Yeah, it does. Ooh, okay, so this is looking at the mask area. Okay. But, okay. Yeah, so when we shoot it, see, it glows brighter. We had shot one. Oh, I guess get it closer to us. That's fair. It just got so dark when there wasn't any. So I was just like, I don't want to be truly in the dark here. Okay. What does this got? Is this more station diagnostics? No, this is about the probe! Okay. Receiving data from probe, 9,318,099. Visualizing current trajectory of probe, 9,318,999. Orb, yes. We roll the orb. Oh, I don't know if they would do that. That would probably be tough, but there's part of me that wonders, I wonder if that number increments based on every, I wonder if that's the culmination of the number of time loops that players have gone through. That seems low, so probably not, but that would be really cool. Whoa. So those are all of the directions they've tried? Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched, 9,318,099. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe found by probe, 9,318,054. Okay, so definitely not. Does increment on your loops though, depending on when you visit here, the number changes. Okay. But yeah, so since there is a particular one, it definitely doesn't do it for everyone's, but for ours is still really sick. Okay. So one of the probes found it. I wonder how many loops we've been through. Yeah, I was gonna say, so the first loop found the eye, and that's part of why we've been stuck, I'll bet? That looks like some sort of like news logo. About 45, yeah. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. So those are the coordinates? Oh. So we actually have a guess. Whoa. Okay then. Projection stone. Okay. What have we got to read? Imagine Imagine, Privet, the probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. You just need a ship capable of traveling there. Easy enough. I'm honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises orbital probe structure? Yeah. Oh, I would mind because we wouldn't be capable of receiving our probe's data. Yeah, okay, so we had read that. So we actually have coordinates to the eye of the universe. Okay. That's new. Yeah. Oh, camera wonky. But okay, let's wait, we don't have a ship anymore though. Uh Whether or not our ship is capable, we have none. But okay. Can we okay? I wish we could find a campfire so that we can rest. Oh god. Rest away the rest of our days, the rest of the loop. We could also just potentially die. Let's see what happens when we swim up. But yeah, this will unfortunately be our last loop for the day. Oh, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? Yep. But yo, so we've got coordinates. I feel like there's definitely more to learn on Dark Bramble, and definitely more to learn on the twins, figuring out how to get to the space station, the sun station. But if we have coordinates to the eye, I wonder if we can use one of the shuttles. And also, the quantum moon, we still haven't figured out how to get to the North Pole of the quantum moon. So there's still a number of unsolved mysteries, but whoo boy are we figuring some stuff out. Like, hot damn. Real quick, I want to check our entries, and then let's roast a marshmallow as we say our goodbyes. Ship's log. I assume it recorded those for us. Ocean depths. Probe tracking module. Nice. Man, for only 2 entries, it feels like we learned a lot more. Ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. Pass through the electrical barrier and reach the coral forest at the planet's core. Okay. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more to learn there. Okay. So we can do that another time. Orbital probe cannons launched millions of probes. The 9,318,054th probe located a deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe. I found no my coordinates marking location of the Eye of the Universe. So, okay, we'll need to revisit that. But yo, okay. So we've figured out, we met Feldspar. We've now met all of the travelers. We've figured out coordinates to the eye. We've got a much better idea of what's going on with Dark Bramble, even if there's still more to figure out. I would call that a very productive day in this. I'm very excited to see what comes of that. Nice. Found a bug in your game yesterday that you cannot for the life of you replicate. No. Yeah, it's very nice. It is very nice when bugs actually are things that you can figure out what's up with them. Replicability important. But yeah, thank y'all. We're gonna end the stream. This has been fantastic. I think we made some good progress. We got to hear some good music, see a lot of good art, and make some progress on the things we were playing. I had a blast. I hope that you all did too. Reminder to put in channel point votes if you feel like it for where the story will go. And does anyone have an idea for a raid? I'm guessing Sigma is probably online, so that would probably be a good one. Yeah, Sigma's up. We can raid Sigma. Yes, raid. Thank you. So yeah, we will raid on out to Sigma, but also as always, would love other suggestions. Find some new folks, but totally down to raid familiar faces so that I don't feel quite as bad when I have to dip real quick. All right, now you're going to try and automate the cake production for for some sort of media. Hey, good luck automating cake production. That sounds fantastic. But yeah, all right, let's raid on out. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully catch some of you all tomorrow. And hope you have a fantastic rest of your days. But for now, bye! Oh, the work was fun, but the wages low. Leave her, Johann, leave her. I guess it's time for us to go, and it's time for us to leave her.